Hi, I'm Scott Kimball, and welcome to Put a Mic in It, the podcast dedicated to the Central New York music scene. So today we have got an awesome lineup here. We really do. But before we get going, I want to remind everybody that we are on the Studio 25 Podcast Network. And if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe because we don't want you to miss an episode ever of Put a Mic in It. So anyways, in the past, we've always had single performers come on. And today we have 3 here in the studio, so it's going to be a first. We've got an entire band in here, and the band is the BarRoom Neon Project. So thank you guys for coming in today.
Hey, thanks for having us, Scott.
All right.
Yeah, we had a great time getting this together, and we're looking forward to talking with you today. So
absolutely, I am fired up for this show because I've been seeing you guys around Little Falls, and you're just an amazing set of musicians. So first of all, I want to know, how did you guys come up with the name BarRoom Neon Project?
Christine, you're gonna have to answer.
That was me. I don't know. I like old bar rooms and I like neon, so I said BarRoom Neon, and Joe said no, that's not good, and we stuck project on the end of it, and there we are.
Project changed the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, sort of like the Alan Parsons
That's
project.
actually it. That's things like that. So
that is awesome. So there's 3 members. So I'm gonna have you guys introduce yourselves.
go ahead.
All right, I'm Joe Famulare, and I'm the lead singer and guitar player and one of the songwriters.
I'm Christine Famulare. I play bass. I sing, play everything else that needs to be played, actually. And that's that.
I'm Rory O'Bryan, percussions and vocals.
Awesome. So how long have you guys been playing together?
We've been together as the BarRoom Neon Project since 2019. Chris and I have been playing music for almost 30 years together, so we kind of decided in 2019 that we wanted to expand our musical abilities and to bring in local musicians. Chris, go ahead. Why don't you talk more about it?
So anyway, we brought Rory in as it was a trial run, and he stayed, and we're very happy he has, and we're very great. Yeah, we're a great mix.
So you won the audition. So it was like America's Got Talent?
Yep.
Yeah, so in 2019, we had a whole different band together. We had another lead guitar player, we had a keyboard player, another drummer, and that project stayed together for about 2 years. And we decided to kind of redo things, and Rory came in and kind of changed our direction even more. We started to take some of the songs that Christine and I had been writing for the last 30 years, and we kind of brought them in and added the vocals and added the percussion. Some of the songs actually got rewritten. So that's where we're at right now. And one of the things that we do as the BarRoom Neon Project is that we're a Little Falls band, which means we don't usually play outside of Little Falls at all.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys are so talented. You should start thinking about it. We got to spread the word about the BarRoom Neon Project because, listen to you guys perform. Your harmonies was what really comes across to me. Those harmonies are right on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, when we started, Rory actually never sang in a group before.
Really?
And I asked him if he could sing because he would be back there. I could hear him sing, and he would, I said, I'm putting a microphone in front of you. So he showed up one day, and there was a microphone, and I just said, just sing when you can. And it just turned into something that we were like, wow, okay, we can start doing 3-part harmonies. We can start doing different things with our vocals. So that's how that started. So he was really happy because he said, I never had a chance to sing in any other band that I've ever been in.
No kidding. Well, I'll tell you something. For never having sung before, you're awesome. And, I got to tell you guys just, I was telling you before, my voice is a little shot today. I do apologize. My wife threw a surprise birthday party for me last night.
Hey, happy birthday.
And I tried, thank you. Well, I tried to perform with the band that she had down there. It was more yelling into a microphone. I am nowhere near as talented as you guys are. So if you hear my voice cracking in and out, it was my attempt at being like David Lee Roth that didn't quite work out.
Are you kidding me? I missed that.
You did.
Oh
you
my
left
God.
too soon.
Oh, geez.
I thought I heard something.
Those were the cats in the alley.
I was just going to say, you probably thought it was cats or breaking glass or something. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rocky IV. I tried to do the No Easy Way Out.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think everybody at the party found an easy way out of there after that.
Yeah, there were several exits on fire.
As long as you're having fun, that's all.
That's all. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And unfortunately, I saw a couple cell phones out too, so I'm sure there's going to be video about that all over the internet.
Should be.
Yeah, good.
But anyways, that notwithstanding, let's get back to you guys because this show is about you guys. So how long have you been performing music overall?
I've been performing, well, since I was in second grade, I think, honestly, but
I've been a percussionist since I was about 8 or 9 years old, I would say, and been performing with bands since I was about 18, 19.
I started performing when I was really young, around 13. Started playing the guitar when I was in second grade. Started writing songs when I was that age.
Wow.
And it just developed over the years. And all of my bands that I was in high school were all original music bands with a few covers here and there. So basically my whole entire musical life, I focused on writing original music. And one of the things that we encountered as I was doing original music with bands is that local places around here, they just don't want bands with original music. So we ended up having to take my metal band that I was in for a long time back in the day, and we would play in New York City and Syracuse and Albany and you know, metal clubs where you could showcase your own music. Yeah.
So you got to tell me about this because I had no idea that you were in a metal band. So
yeah,
do tell us.
Me and Rich Fortuna and Justin DeLuca, Scott Hartman, Jake Bellinger. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, we formed a band called Terminal Rain. And we worked really hard at it. And we got signed to a small independent label out of California, Maplewood, California, called World Metal Records. And we were on that for 2 years. And I was a headbanger. And we did
awesome.
We did a lot of thrash
See,
music.
I needed him last night.
yeah.
I needed some coaching, or at least somebody to cut the mic. I mean,
Somebody.
Yeah, so our style was along the lines of Pantera, Metallica, and it was heavy. And in 1994, I made a big decision to leave the group. We were getting ready to go in the studio again to record, actually to do a CD. The CDs were just really starting to get popular in the early 90s, and our first album EP came out on a cassette. And I just made a decision that I needed something different. And I left Terminal Rain, and Chris and I started playing together with one of the other guitar players from Terminal Rain. We started doing acoustic folk music.
now that is a jump.
Because my wife was brought up with listening to the folk music from the 60s and the 70s. Her parents were into all of that, Arlo Guthrie, Pete Seeger, and
Sure.
it introduced me into a whole different realm of music, and we just really enjoyed, and that's what we've been doing for 25 years, 30 years now, up until we started the BarRoom Neon Project.
Okay, yeah, because it's almost like a Peter, Paul, and Mary kind of vibe.
yep.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Today it felt like Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Yeah, it did. Actually, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, they sounded so much better than anything I've heard. So with Terminal Rain ending, you went into the folk music. Now, Christine, were you in any other bands before, or was this BarRoom Neon Project? And
I'm a classical musician, actually. So I'm
Really?
classical. I'm a classical flutist. That's my
wow,
She's also the business person in the band.
Yeah,
She's the one with the degree in music.
music industry. So
no kidding. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
well, I actually originally went to school for music. I went to Onondaga Community College, and I was thinking I wanted to be a performer, and decided I did not want to be a classical performer. Didn't want to teach, so took a little hiatus, and then ended up liking the business end of things. So I was actually the business end of Terminal Rain, so booking.
No
and
kidding.
Yeah, she did all the
managing.
managing and booking, and
Yep. And some lyric writing too, actually. I do.
You know,
Yeah,
this is starting to remind me so much of Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne right now. It really is.
Oh, geez.
Sonny and Cher, you know.
No.
Yeah, because Sharon used to be Ozzy's manager, right? So-
Yeah. So that I got into the business end of it. Really like that end of it. I like the legal end and the marketing and those things. But it's a whole different world too.
Sure.
Yeah, and the majority of the songs that her and I write together, she does a lot of the lyrics. 2 songs that we're going to perform today, she wrote one set of lyrics to, and then the other song I wrote one set of lyrics to, and I write all the music for the group.
Awesome. Because you know what? I mean, when you go to see a band play, you see this on, wow, this is awesome, but you don't realize everything that goes on behind it. like you said, the songwriting, the booking, the managing. There's so much more to it.
And in the hours, I mean, we spend probably anywhere, sometimes, 6, 7, 8 hours a week just practicing. Sometimes longer, depends on how many shows we have.
And actually, the production, the song production, and actually Rory's very instrumental in hearing things, because he's sitting back there listening, and he's got a good ear for, hey, that's not working, or how about we do this, and so there's that kind of thing too.
Christine's our blues singer in the band. She's got a killer blues voice, and so we do a lot of blues music, old blues music.
That is amazing. That is absolutely awesome. Like I said, I'm loving every minute of this so far. So tell me a little bit about your songwriting process. Like, did the lyrics come first or the music, or is it kind of a combination?
Depends.
Right now, I'm waiting for 2 sets of lyrics that I've been waiting for a year now from her.
Well, you have most of one. It's just I need some inspiration to finish.
Yeah, usually I'll come up with a melody line or a rhythm, chord progression, and most of the time, though, she'll just have a set of lyrics, or we'll think of an idea. And actually, one of the songs that we're going to play today, "The Later It Gets, the More People Love You," is actually written about the old Ed and Bud's Bar and Grill here in Little Falls.
No kidding. That is awesome.
Yeah. So
that really
actually,
is.
I mean, let's talk about that for a minute, because that has a lot to do with the songwriting. So Chris and I had been out one night, and
Only one night.
yeah, just one night. And we like to stay in town. We like to eat locally and just really support Little Falls. We're really, Little Falls, born and bred here, and we just want to try to help out the community. So we try to stay local for everything that we do. And we decided to go out one night and have dinner, and we decided to keep it, light, which means don't go crazy, that we're going to be home by 9. Well, that didn't happen.
I was going to say, didn't work out, did it?
I think we closed Ed and Bud's that night. But anyways,
Nothing wrong with that.
when we were walking back home afterwards, Chris had an idea. She goes, I want to write a song about tonight. I want to write a song about our experience and being out with people. And she came up with the title, "The Later It Gets, the More People Love You," and the lyrics are all hers. And it's just about spending that night at Ed and Bud's and just being around friends and people that you don't know.
Who become friends.
No kidding. You know what? That's even better than Friends in Low Places. That's like everybody thinks that's like the ultimate bar song. That right there, my friends, is the ultimate bar song.
Thank you.
And,
It sounded good.
Rory started singing the backups on it before Christine started singing the backups, and it kind of became our song. It's kind of like we're looking at each other like, hey, we're gonna, once you listen to the song and you hear the story behind it, these two guys meet in the bar, and they become like friends that night, like they're like been together for 25 years. They're gonna go travel, they're gonna get tattoos together, and all planning all this stuff out, and it kind of became our like, we kind of look at each other when we're playing it, and
Even one lyric in the song, like the nightly news and Jeopardy. That was
Right.
always something.
yeah, because Ed and Bud's always has a television.
Sure,
on.
yeah.
You go in the
Everybody's
afternoon, you go in the
like,
evening, the nightly news is on, Jeopardy comes on, and
I got to say, I was pretty good at Jeopardy there. I did all right. So
It's too bad they didn't have like their own Jeopardy contest.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it.
yeah. So Christine usually comes up with the lyrics, and
We usually bicker through it a little bit, and poor Rory just sits and hopes nothing hits him in the head, But
and we have two different styles of writing too. Christine writes a lot of blues songs. She writes a lot of upbeat songs, and my stuff is more Pink Floydy, very drifty, very introspective. Going through doors, winding tunnels, looking for the secret of the answer
good
to
grief,
life.
yeah.
Yeah, Christine's always saying, no more open doors, no more paths, in your songs. But there's always a journey when you hear one of my songs. So, but one of the other songs that we're going to do today is "Since You've Been Gone," and I wrote that probably 25 years ago. It's actually a song that I wrote about my father. I lost my father when I was 14, and a lot of my music that I write is the longing to see him again, and we never had any closure or anything and stuff like that. So a lot of my emotions and feelings come out about our relationship and our future relationship when that time comes, whenever I'm not here and I join him. My songs reflect those emotions, and so you can hear that in a lot of the songs that I write personally.
And that's just a wonderful thing about music. It helps you express feelings that otherwise you might not be able to get out. Really.
Right, exactly. So, actors and musicians, entertainment, you become a different person.
Right.
You know, when I'm doing the BarRoom Neon Project, I'm still Joe Famulare, but I'm entertaining. And whether I'm in a good mood or bad mood, I have to make sure that you're enjoying the music, no matter how I'm feeling.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
Put it aside
and,
for a couple hours and just do it.
So many times we have people come up with our original music, and they're like, "I don't know that song, but it's really beautiful. Who says that?" You know, and people.
Which that's a huge compliment, I
Yeah,
think.
people, our songs are our original music. When people hear them for the first time, they think they've already heard them before because we try to write stuff that are, you know, that it's in the
People wanna
style that
listen
people
to.
want to listen to. And being that we're the BarRoom Neon Project, we're like a jukebox. You know, you go in, you want to pick a Billy Joel song, you listen to Billy Joel, or maybe you want to go and listen to you know, George Strait or whatever. So we try to do a mixture of that kind of stuff when you come and see us.
Well, we also, because we're not a cover band per se, we do mix in our originals are just as integral to our show as the covers are. And I think that's part of our magic is, you know, people can hear things they know and then other things that they want to know. So
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. And that's the beauty about hearing a band that has their original music, because it's something different. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, cover bands are great.
Oh, yeah,
You
no.
love to hear those rockin' hits and all that, but when you hear original music, and especially for the first time, it can take you right to a place where you maybe forgot about or you're longing to go to or something like that, and it's absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna put you guys kind of on the spot here. Just not bad, but now the three of you together are awesome. But if you could pick one musician, either from the past or now, to play a song with, who would you pick? And I'll start with you, Christine.
Big Mama Thornton.
There was no hesitation about that whatsoever. Tell us a little bit why.
She just was a tough chick who didn't care. You know, she kept up with the boys. She was an incredible blues singer. Just, I don't know, just love her. Just love her.
Awesome. All right, Rory, your turn.
Jerry Garcia.
Good choice. Good choice.
A deadhead since my youth.
Yep, there you go. And I bet you that'd be a lot of fun, too.
You know, one of the things I got to say with Rory has introduced Christine, especially myself, but Christine also, to so many different bands, you know, so many different bands that I've never even thought of before. So he's brought in a lot of different music, but I don't know, should I embarrass? Well, you know, I'm going to go back to the old interview that we did on K-Rock with Terminal Rain when they asked me who my musical influence was and who I'd like to play with. And
Brace yourself.
I guess I'm going to have to say it's still Barry Manilow.
Yes. Finally, somebody, you know what? Do not be embarrassed by that, because I love Barry Manilow. As a matter of fact, I was listening to him on YouTube the other night.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
amazing.
he's one of my favorite musicians. I can remember being a child and listening to his music and singing along to him. And I taught myself how to sing. And I just sang along with all of his music. And then how many times have we seen him in concert? You know, at least 4 or 5 times. But he's just an entertainer. And if I was to perform with somebody, I'd like to sit down and have him play the piano and sing.
This is amazing. I think you and I might be kindred spirits. To be honest with you. Because it's funny, because my mom was a huge Barry Manilow fan. So, of course, I got that influence growing up. And a little funny, well, somewhat embarrassing story, but oh well, I got no shame. I don't care. Yeah, she used to tell me that I used to, grab a wooden spoon and sing along to Copacabana. So, if you can imagine that, just a little, 3-year-old Scott Kindle running around with a wooden spoon, looking for, his name was Lola. She was a showgirl.
Well, my mother and father were into different than Christine's parents. They were in more to the Beach Boys, Elvis Presley, Wayne Newton. So I used to stand on my bed with a comb and sing along to Wayne Newton records and Elvis records when I was a child. So that was my stage.
Now, did you have your hair like them? That's the question.
No, I didn't. No.
So you guys said you play around Little Falls. So tell us, when are you going to be playing? What's coming up here?
Our next show is going to be on August the 10th. It's Canal Days weekend. That Saturday, we're going to be in Eastern Park at 2 o'clock. And August the 21st, we're going to be in Eastern Park again for the library concert series. That's a Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. We were actually supposed to play this past Wednesday, but with all the thunderstorm threats, the show got canceled. So, so people are like, oh, geez, how many places is there to play in Little Falls? I said, well, there's a lot, but we create places. One of the shows that we did last year for the first time, and the first time they ever had music, was up at the Bella Vista, and we did a dinner show in the dining room, and it went over so well. We're going to do one again this November.
That's awesome.
But we play down at Rock Valley Brewing Company quite a bit, at least 4 times a year, 2 in the tap room and 2 in the big room. And just anywhere locally. We do a lot of dinner shows and quiet shows because we're a band, but we're a band where you can come and listen to us and be able to have a conversation.
That's great. That is, and you know what? That's the best, because sometimes you go see a band and they're just so loud you can't even talk. It's
Yeah, a lot of the bands, they don't realize how loud they are.
Right,
You know,
right.
and I mean, I was a headbanger. I understand how the music needs to be loud, but you got to be able to enjoy it and be able to hear it and be able to, you know, have a conversation with the person you're next to. But
right.
I think that's really important. So we adapt to our situation wherever we're playing, whether it's in Rock Valley in the big room or whether it's in the corner in Gigi's restaurant. Just mellowing out and just keeping it nice so that people can enjoy their food and plus have a nice conversation over dinner.
That's awesome. So if somebody wants to book the BarRoom Neon Project, how do they go about doing that?
They can just contact me. We have a website, barroomneonproject.com. We're on Facebook, and we have a YouTube page. All of our information is on there, phone numbers, and getting a hold of us. And, we'd love to, actually we do private parties too. So if you got a private party that you'd like to have some music and want the BarRoom Neon Project, we'd love to come and entertain.
And we'll make sure we get that in the liner notes for this show for you guys, because like I said, absolutely incredible band. We love listening to you. And as a matter of fact, we're going to go to a commercial break in a second, and you guys are going to perform for us.
Great,
Awesome.
thanks.
Awesome.
So tell us one more time, what are the 2 songs you're going to be doing?
We're going to be doing The Later It Gets, The More People Love You. Christine wrote the lyrics to that. And then we're going to do a song that I wrote years ago called Since You've Been Gone.
All right. You heard it right there. When we come back from commercial break, the BarRoom Neon Project performs. Don't go away.
Visit My Little Falls and stay connected with the latest news, information, and events in the city and the area. Our mission is to generate interest in the community and connect residents in a more meaningful way by facilitating deeper conversations about how these stories will shape the future of the Mohawk Valley. Join thousands of weekly visitors who stay up to date with feature stories, interviews, videos, our event calendar, and print publication, the Mohawk Valley Express. It's about timely local news for the community, keeping citizens informed about important issues, telling about the people who live and work here, and giving locally owned businesses the opportunity to reach a very targeted audience of locals and tourists alike. It's a whole new form of media-rich content developed specifically for today's mobile lifestyle and listeners. You can download our iOS app in the iTunes Store, listen to our country music streaming radio station, or sign up for a weekly newsletter. Stop by today at mylittlefalls.com. You'll be glad you did.
All right, first song we're going to do is The Later It Gets, The More People Love You. We've been thick as thieves since 10:30. You are my pal, my bud, my friend. We plan to cruise in matching tattoos. We'll be together till the end. An hour ago I thought I'd leave, but you started sobbing on my sleeve. I bought around to cheer you up. You passed out, I propped you up. So what's the harm? Let's have one more before the neon glows no more. 'Cause later it gets, the more people love you. 'Cause later it gets, the more people love. 2, 3, 4, you. We've been thick as thieves since 10:30. You are my pal, my bud, and my friend. We plan to cruise and matching tattoos. We'll be together till the end. So what's the harm? Let's have one more before the neon glows no more. 'Cause later it gets, the more people love you. 'Cause later it gets, the more people love you. 'Cause later it gets, the more people love you. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. We've been thick as thieves since 10:30. You are my pal, my bud, and my friend. We plan to cruise and matching tattoos. We'll be together till the end. All right, our second song is going to be Since You've Been Gone. 2, 3, 4. Every time that you come around, I feel so down. I feel so down. Every time I hear your sweet voice, reminds me when, way back then. 'Cause you held my world in your hands. And now I'm not able to stand. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. The nights seem to just fade away as it grins at me, grins at me. Street lights cast shadows of dreams, unaware of me. It's all I see. 'Cause you held my world in your hands. And now I'm not able to stand. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. 'Cause you held my world in your hands. And now I'm not able to stand. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone.
That was awesome. This is the BarRoom Neon Project. This is all the time we have for this episode, though, so we want to thank you for watching, and we will see you next time on Put a Mic in It. Rock on. All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome.